Hey guys, Noli here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will check premium tier 7 US battleship West Virginia. And I have to say she's one of my favorite tier 7 battleships next to Nelson and Ashitaka. I think she can perform really well. I enjoy playing her, but there are certain things that you have to keep in mind while playing her. So she's not without her disadvantages. So overall, in my opinion, how I feel when I play her, I would give her 4 from 5 points. For survivability, I would give her 5 from 5 points. So I think this is her strong side, strong point. Then for maneuverability, I would give her 2 from 5 points. So this is something that I think is her weak side. Then guns, I would go with 4 from 5 points, and then AA, I would go with 5 from 5 points. So AA is definitely her strong side. Then if we compare her and stats between West Virginia, Nelson and Ashitaka, we can see that she has similar HP, but she has really good fire and flooding resistance. She has really good damage reduction and excellent torpedo damage reduction, and this is very important. So overall, I find her survivability her strong side. Then maneuverability, and this is her weak side. So she is slow. Definitely slower than Nelson and a lot slower than Ashitaka. Then also she's slow in acceleration, so she needs a lot of time to speed up and accelerate to full speed. Then also regarding turn time, she's relatively okay here, but nothing special. So this is something that you have to keep in mind while playing her, and you have to be very careful about positioning. Then if we check the guns, she has quite solid guns, very good range, 8 406mm guns that can citadel other ships relatively easily. She has really good damage output, and turret traverse is pretty standard. I'm using turret traverse speed, so it's 6 degrees. And if we check about AA, she has really simple amazing AA defense, one of the strongest AA defenses in all tier 7 battleships, so she can perform there quite well, especially in comparison to Nelson and Ashitaka that have really bad AA. So now we can check equipment that I'm using. So I'm using turret traverse, acceleration and traverse speed, and for elite equipment I went with main battery firing range, but you can also go easily with fire and flooding resistance if you prefer. I think that both options are valid. Yeah, so this was the overview, so let's jump now into the gameplay and see how she's performing in action. So let's check first how the guns are performing, and we have North Carolina here, and let's see what she will do. So yeah, boom, 2 citadels, and this is something what West Virginia does relatively often. So she's quite good in citadeling other ships, and especially so also, as you can see here, tier 8 ships. So also check out my position, and this is something that you want to do. You want to stay at maximum range that you can. So I'm still capping, but I'm not rushing forward, and this is something that you shouldn't do also. So don't rush forward. And check now this shot. So this is something that she also do. This dispersion is all over the place. So I scored the citadel, so that's also great. But dispersion was also all over the place, and this is something that occasionally she does. That most of the time you have good dispersion, but sometimes it goes all over the place. Then about the play style. So always stay at a distance. You have good range, you have good penetration and good guns most of the time, so you really don't have any reason to close the distance at the beginning, especially. Then the second rule is position correctly on time. So you are slow to accelerate, you have slow speed, and the turn time is not best. So you will need to think like what will happen on the map in next 30 seconds and position yourself accordingly. And that's the third rule is very important. Keep eye on the minimap, so because you always need to check the minimap and see where would be the best position for you, and how because you will always need a lot of time to move anywhere or turn or dodge torpedoes, run away from destroyers, or position yourself. So you have to keep an eye on the minimap and plan at least 30 seconds in front what will happen on the minimap. Then the fourth rule, snipe from the distance, and this is again, so I'm closing and going forward because nobody's shooting at me, and I'm full health, so I can do this at this moment. But as general rule of thumb, you don't need to close the distance. You can only close the distance when you see that everything is safe. Then use range on her gun to your advantage. So sniping is quite good in her, so you don't need to close distance. Secondary guns are nothing special, so you can only close distance, as you can see here. When I'm certain that, you know, I have 3 ships that are almost dead, I can close the distance and not to worry about anything. And also don't show more broadside than needed, than it is needed. So always, yeah, you can turn, because if you only bought tank, you will have only 4 guns, so you can show the broadside. But so you can use all 8 guns, but nothing more, so don't show your full broadside. So if you play it like this, you should be okay. What are the pros? So I would say the guns, definitely. So she has quite a good range. Dispersion is most of the time okay, and damage output is quite okay, and you can citadel quite easily other ships. Then survivability, definitely. So that's the great thing about her. And AA is also great thing about her. Cons is maneuverability, and it's not just maneuverability, it's just like getting anywhere on the map, and this is why it's very important to plan where you will be in 30 seconds, where enemy will be in 30 seconds, and then position accordingly and move in this direction accordingly. Also, if you need to dodge any kind of destroyer that is coming, it's also very important to plan. So I really like the ship. You have to keep in mind certain rules, as I told you, but other than that, she can perform really well, as you can see here also. Yeah, definitely try practicing, and when you even you can plan your movements on the map, then she's really can excel and perform really well. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed it, like it, find it useful. Please hit like and subscribe button, and hope to see you in the next video. And yeah, of course, I ran out of time for this CV. But okay, thanks guys, and see you later. Bye!